Hello, berries, and welcome to a very interesting game you're about to watch. Now, usually, when I upload games from Twitch, I don't make an introduction to them because, well, despite the fact that the game is interesting, it's just something simple I upload that I don't think that requires much editing or any time put into it. But this game I had yesterday was very, very special. You see, I was not facing just average red ranks. I was facing a four-man survive with friends, each and every one of them carrying decisive, three of them carrying unbreakable, three of them with dead hard, one of them with sprint burst. What I'm saying is this is the classic example of an equipped team. This team is an example of, oh no, I hooked these people in a very small space time. I can't pick any of them up, and they can continue working on gens. They have their decisive ready, and even if I do end up knocking them down, they will still get up with Unbreakable. Is the sort of team that has all answers covered. And to top it all off, they got very, very lucky to get one of the older OG maps. I think it was Fractured Cowshed, one of the Cold Wind farms. I think with the one with the barn. And as you can see, they were very, very synchronized. They made very strong decisions, and this is an example of an optimal team. A team that knows when to capitalize on gens, a team that knows when to heal, a team that knows how to loop. This is not an easy team by any means. And even with my 3,000 hours and even more on this game, I had to sweat a little bit to actually be able to handle them. At any rate, I just wanted to showcase to you guys the build that I was using and why I like using this build on Doctor. I was using Corrupt at the start of the game because it blocks the three farthest gens away from you, so you can shock those the survivors when they come in and do the gens closer to you. That way you will definitely apply Insanity tier 1 and maybe 2 before these 2 minutes run out. So already you'll be affecting the survivors with all sorts of debuffs. Barbecue is, well, I just take this perk for the extra blood points, and since my static blast doesn't cover more than 32 meters, I can see what's over it, so that's kind of nice. Brutal strength. Survivors try to rely on dropping the pallet before the shock hits them, so to be able to clear the pallet really, really quickly can give me just a little bit of an edge in chases. And Pop Goes is just for the mid and late game, so I can slow the game down just a little bit. You got these two add-ons, nothing special. There's a green, more powerful version of them, but I took this one. This increased the range of my shock therapy, and this allows my shock to hit the ground faster. But before we go into the game, I wanted to talk about the upcoming decisive and object of obsession changes. And the reason why I think both of these changes are not only good, but also necessary. This team that I faced off yesterday had 4 decisives. 4 decisives. I couldn't calculate which of them I tunneled, which of them I didn't. They could just ignore healing and go do a generator while having decisive. Now, what's the problem with doing a generator when you have decisive? Decisive was supposed to be an anti-tunnel perk, a perk that prevents the survivor from, prevents from the killer to focus on the same kind of person all the time. But some survivors abused the decisive strike and started using it offensively. So they don't have to heal up because they can just work on a generator with decisive strike, and the killer can't pick them up off the gen. Otherwise, the survivor will decisive them. So, and if you just slug him, he'll just get up with Unbreakable and maybe even Soul Guard that will protect him for the next 8 seconds. It seems like survivors had the answer to everything. Essentially, a lot of survivors abused Decisive Strike and used it in situations where they're not being tunneled. They used it to unhook others because they've got this shield that they cannot be picked up. They used to do gens, which promotes the game, while the killer cannot kill them, which prevents him from winning the game. And that survivor can be destroying your Devour Hope totem, and you can't pick him up off the totem because, again, you'll just get decisive. Essentially, survivors used to use decisive for a whole bunch of reasons, for more than just anti-tunneling. And that is why the upcoming decisive will prevent from using decisive in all of these scenarios. If you get off the hook, that is still like today's decisive. You got 60 seconds where you are able to get picked up by the killer, and you will be able to stun him for 5 seconds. But decisive strike will get instantly cancelled if you chose to work on a generator, if you chose to work on a totem, if you choose to unhook someone, and if you choose to decide to heal. If you're doing any of these actions that prove that you're not being chased right now, not being tunneled, then you do not deserve to have the anti-tunneling perk active. This will be amazing because you either have two decisions. You either heal up and go do gens, which makes you a viable target for the killer, so it's not tunneling, or you're gonna be that very stupid idiot who runs around for 60 seconds unable to do anything, and you'll be just trying to get the killer's attention, which he'll probably ignore you because he knows for a fact that you cannot do anything except try to take aggro, and you should just ignore a survivor like that because he cannot promote the game vicariously. He has to handle you in a chase. This is an amazing change and a very welcome one. As someone who plays both roles almost equally, I think that this change was supposed to be implemented at least, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Ever since Decisive got changed to the 60-second timer. Object of Obsession is today this type of perk that you are able to see the killer almost the entire map, and he's able to see you back. It's hindering and hurting the killer much more than it hurts the survivor. Because you as killer, you get information where 25% of their other team is, while the survivors, have the entire idea of where you are. If that guy is on Discord with his friends right now, they know exactly everything you do. They know when to capitalize on gens, they know when to expect a chase, and especially if you play Hag or Trapper, it goes almost but impossible because the object person will just tell his teammates, hey, the Trapper put a trap in the killer shack window. Hey, the Hag is placing traps in the main building. He can see everything and tell them exactly where everything is. Trappers and Hag's traps rely on the fact that they are an element of surprise. Destroying that element of surprise with just one perk makes it almost but impossible to play those two killers against Object of Obsession. The new proposal for Object of Obsession is like this. When the killer is supposed to see your aura for any and all reasons, it could be scratch mirror. No, actually I'm not sure if it's gonna work with undetectable killers. They didn't mention anything about that. If the killer sees you with barbecue, if the killer sees you with nurses, if the killer sees you with any and all reading abilities, you're gonna see him exactly back. So you know to reciprocate. Let's say you're healing and then you can see the killer's aura. You know for a fact he has nurses calling. You find out about his perks ever so quickly and are able to adjust your gameplay according to this. Very interesting. And of course, the new object still increases your chance of becoming Object of Obsession. Still increases your chances of becoming the Obsession. But if you are the Obsession, while having this perk, each 30 seconds the killer sees your aura for 3 seconds. Which means that you will see his aura back for 3 seconds as well. This is an amazing ability because, let's say you're versing a very powerful killer mid-chase. If you're able to withstand him for 30 seconds, you're gonna see him for 3 seconds inside of a loop, making chases against the killer. You get a lot of good information. Interesting. This perk actually is now not gonna be like insanely meta and broken. It's actually gonna become very diverse and interesting. With these changes to these perks, I honestly think about running them. I do. I'll probably run them as soon as they get these changes. These changes to Decisive Strike and Object of Obsession are coming not in this mid-chapter, but in the next full chapter that is going to be released in approximately a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. I know that a lot of survivors are complaining about the decisive changes, but try to put yourself in the killer's shoes and try to understand how insanely lenient decisive actually was. In a full SWF team, the killers can hardly do anything. I'm telling you this as a person who plays both roles equally. So thank you all for listening, and now you are going to see probably one of the best games I've had in the past year. Cheers, guys. Hey! Very bad idea what she did there. I knew she's gonna try and commit. There you go. Crime and punishment due. Okay, I'll chase you. How about now? The killer animation for picking survivors up is so abysmally slow. Nice 360. There you go. She's a great looper, this girl. Not impressed with that. This is a strong team, man. They finished one gen despite the fact that corrupt existed. Take this gen. Get this progress out of the way. I knew you were gonna go for a save. I'm not gonna let an injured person go for it. Okay. There you go. Go mend. Go snap out of it. And go heal up. I'll trade hook, man. I'll trade it. Raise some more progress. Shave it off. That girl will finish the gen. Nice. Confident. Meg is nowhere around. Only 2 injured people here. Nice. Made her wasted. Got it. Can't let him. Perfect. Nice. I'm not gonna let them pick up Claudette. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep, yep. You're all fucked. Got it? You don't have it. Mr. Diaz, bitch. Pressuring gens. You can't make that. Break the shin a little bit. You can stay around your strong loop, it's not gonna get you anything. Nice! Great mind games. Good job. Strong team, I gotta focus here. But this David is going to a place with nothing here. Probably shouldn't have left that gen, but... No, do I know? This is another hook. I think he's dead. Could very much be. Nope. Miscalculated. Let me sell you the dream. You got outplayed so bad. She tried to go for the window. That's what happens when you press prematurely. She tried to press before the shock hit her, so the animation will begin before my disruption. But it only caused her to jump into the locker instead. That's perfectly fine, David. Oh, nope. Got it? Go for her, man. Let's hook this girl. They're all on death hook. There's no left or right here. And you probably should not be healing right now. The meta perks. God bless him. You do remember that borrow time is supposed to be a perk against, like, tunneling, yeah? She used it to protect someone else. The amount of diversity. This Claude played really well. Good job. I know where Fang is. It's perfectly fine by me. There we go. I want to go for the 4K, man. I swear that against a very, very tough team. I'm not going to spare any of you. That was the craziest fucking dead hard I've ever seen in my life. He's gonna run out here. Yep. Sorry guys, no mercy. I won my 4K. I deserve my 4K. I played around a lot of meta perks in this match. Please now David is injured so he can just down him with one hit. Of course, probably gonna use Dead Hard. That's sweet. Only she got hit. Did you notice that? Other guy's probably hiding in the locker somewhere. Oh, I'll slug. You better believe I'll slug. I want to know where Hatch is. I ain't leaving until I find out what the fuck that is the Hatch. You know what? Fuck this. Whatever. Oh, hi. Hey, David. GG. Well played, mate. They all played very fucking good. This was a red rank match. Jesus Christ. Very altruistic. Knew when to do gens, when not to heal, when to heal. Amazing, amazing team. They're definitely survival friends. That was no randoms. Jesus. But some of them were at the very least. Good players all. Nice. GG's to all of you. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Much respect to all. Amazing players. No? Randoms? You are randoms. Get the hell out of here. Let's see. 3 unbreakables, 4 decisives, 3 borrow times. You share your not a SWF. You reached rank 0. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. That was an amazing game. Holy shit. Jesus, that was a tough match. I loved it. I'm saving this. This is probably one of the best matches I've had in the past year. Good job, all. Damn. I hate that I missed my DS. Oh yeah. That pain. Nice skin, by the way. Thank you. I unlocked it with iridescence because I'm a masochist. Shame on you, Panda. The match could have even been better. It was the best match. I don't know what you guys are talking about.